Page 15, relative location. Let's have a look at the words that we're going to need. Start off with above. There's the kanji, that's the ground there. And we can see that's something going above the ground, and it's pronounced ue, ue, above. Underneath again, there's the ground on top, and that's something going underneath, and that's shita, shita. Here, mae, in front of, we'll look at those kanji in detail later. Ushiro, ushiro. Naka, in the middle or inside. Mannaka. If you add this kanji to anything, it exaggerates it. So naka is inside or in the middle, and mannaka is right in the middle. Next we have soto, outside. Beside is soba. Another way of saying beside is yoko. It's exactly the same. And another way of saying the same thing is tonari. Only we're going to translate that as next to, just because that makes it clear it's a different way of saying the same thing. If you think about it in English, beside and next to is exactly the same as well. Then we've got left, hidari. There's the kanji. We've seen the kanji before. It's got an e sound in it, which reminds us that it's e for left. And then right, migi, and that's got a mouth in it. That's because everything I say is always right. And then we've got chikaku, nearby, chikaku. And then we've got ida, and that's between. Now ida is the only tricky one, because when we use this, we've got to list the two things that it's between. So we'll be listing those two different places using and to. Okay, let's have a look at the explanation. Just go down a little bit here. Okay, you can see this in your book, giving more information about the location of something. So we're going to give a relative location. It's on top of the table, it's under the table, and so on. Step 1. Now let's have a look at the rule again for using glue or connective particle no. Glue particle no, or connective particle no, links two or more nouns together to give it more information about the final noun in the group. So the one at the end is your key word. So the final noun, if we want to translate it into English, the final noun is of the one before it. Look at the example. Haha no hon. Book, my mother. Book of my mother. In other words, my mother's book. Gakko no namae. Namae, name. Gakko, school. So the keyword namae, name, more information, name of school. The name of the school or the school's name. Okay, so that's the first thing. We now understand the no rule. Now step 2, we're going to actually use no to glue the relative location word to the location word. And this is how we're going to do it. So we put the main place first, and the relative location is second, so in front of. It's in front of. That's the key thing. Whatever it is we're talking about is in front of. But then we're going to add in front of what? So here, mae is in front of no, we translate as oh. Haha is mother, so in front of my mother. The next one, gakko no soba. Soba meaning beside, beside of the school. In other words, beside the school. Now once we've got our new, more detailed location, that's our relative location, it's going to function as our new place, as a new little piece of language. We're going to call it a clause. So we've made a new location clause. We'll call it our detailed location. So our third step is to insert the detailed location into the location sentence pattern we've already learned. Seem to be missing that bit there. So the pattern we've got is the thing is in a place. That's what we've learned. So thing wa place ni arimasu. And this time we're going to use a detailed location, not just an ordinary place. Hon wa, as for the book, haha no mae, in front of my mother, ni arimasu. It is at, in front of my mother. So the book is in front of my mother. Byouin wa gakko no soba ni arimasu. Byouin, the hospital. Gakko no soba, next to of the school, ni arimasu. It is. So the hospital is beside the school. Eki wa gakko to kouen no aida ni arimasu. The station is between the school and the park. And instead of ni arimasu at the end of your sentence, you can use a shortcut desu. So haha, hon wa haha no mae desu. The book is in front of my mother. And that's it.